Pay attention, and I'm also speaking to myself here. Your taxes are due very soon. As many of you may have not even started collecting the papers you need to finish your taxes. But don't worry, Cameron McCarty with Vivid Tax Advisory Services is here to help. So Cameron, hello. It's been a while, so it's great to see you, my friend. While some people have already received their refunds, some anxiously are awaiting one. What about people like me who haven't even started the process yet? Now, let me take that back. I have the paperwork. I just need to file because I don't want to pay the government, but I know I have to do my due diligence. So what should we be doing before that deadline, which is coming up on April 18th?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you having me. Well, first off, we need to get them done, right? So it really comes down to, do you do them yourself or do you get them done professionally? So for our firm, we are going to be setting a date just because we're getting swamped, especially last minute. People are just dropping them off. And so we might be filing an extension. Now, those aren't bad. There's nothing wrong with an extension. But again, especially if you get a refund, that's just more time that the government's been sitting on your money. Get your money back over to you. Here's another thing, too. We've seen mistakes that have happened. For example, Social Securities were entered wrong on an organizer, or maybe you forgot a W-2 or whatever it may be. That's why it's so important to get them done, so you get them done right. That way we avoid any mistakes and avoid any letters from the IRS.
Absolutely. So is there anything particular we need to watch out for this year, or documents that we want to make sure that we have ready to go?
Yeah, so it's a little bit different, especially for unemployment. So just so your viewers know, this year, if we have unemployment, we're going to be owing on that this year. So we've bumped in some people that unfortunately didn't have taxes taken out from it. So they're going, well, wait a minute, where's my refund? Well, you didn't withhold taxes this time. Another thing, too, is the child tax credit. So for people that receive those monthly payments, they get the rest of it if they qualify when they file their return. So there's another good reason why you should get it done. Now, here's the other thing, too. If you got a child tax credit and you don't qualify for it, you have to pay that money back. So beware of that. So again, get your taxes done.
All right. So a lot of things to think about, especially as we're kind of coming out of that pandemic and maybe had some extra money there. Are there any big mistakes that you've seen so far, or maybe some things you've seen in the past that you can highlight so that doesn't happen this year for everyone watching?
Yeah, so we are a big advocate of Roth IRAs here. So the Roth conversion is such a wonderful planning tool. But here's the thing. It's not like a Roth contribution where you have from April 15th to April 15th. Now, I understand it's April 18th this year. But a Roth conversion is from January 1st to December 31st. So whatever happened last year, it's done. So you got to focus on this year if a Roth conversion makes sense. Another thing, too, and maybe some of your viewers might disagree with me on this, but I am not a fan of a big refund. Again, some people think that's like a lottery winning that just came into them. That is your money. So once again, if you have a big refund, you might want to tone that back where you don't receive so much, because that means it's been sitting at the Treasury all year round when it could have been in your bank, invested, or whatever else you want to do with it.
Absolutely. And if people still are needing some guidance and advice, we know we only have 2 weeks. Is there still opportunity to receive that?
There is. So you can still do a tradition. So I just talked about a Roth. So what I'm talking about now is a traditional IRA. You can make a contribution to that. So $6,000 if your income and you qualify for it under age 50, and a $1,000 catch-up, or $7,000 inside of a traditional IRA. For a contribution. That does help you with your taxes, but keep in mind it will be fully taxable down the road. All
right, and I know you said you don't necessarily want a huge refund, because that means you might need to look at your paperwork a little bit, but let's say you are expecting a huge refund this year. What is your recommendation so that we can use that money in a smart way going forward?
Sure. So, okay, I got my hat on here. So obviously I want you to invest it inside of a Roth IRA, invest in your future. Here's another thing too. The Fed is raising rates, and we all know that. So you take a look at where interest rates are on your credit cards. So if you have balances on your credit cards, pay those off. Interest is what should pay you, not you paying interest. On average, it's about 16%. Those could go up even higher. So pay off those cards, especially if you got a big refund.
Oh, that's a scary thought with interest rates going up. All right, Cameron, always a pleasure, sir. If people want more details on the great work that you do on a regular basis, how can they do so?
Yeah, so you can go to retirevivid.com, or of course, your viewers can find us on Facebook at vividtaxadvisory.com.
All right. Always appreciate your guidance. Thank you very much.